What if I told you that you don't need to leave Earth to step into a world that looks nothing like Earth at all? There are places on our planet, real places, that feel like they've broken every rule of nature. Places where the ground bleeds red, where trees look like they were grown on another star, where you walk through landscapes so strange, so surreal, you might just look up and wonder, am I still on Earth? These are not CGI. These are not movie sets. These are not Photoshop tricks. These are real. And today, you're about to embark on a journey through 10 places on Earth that look completely alien, from volcanic hellscapes to rainbow mountains and deserts that whisper with winds from ancient times. Some of these locations are so remote they've barely been explored. Others are hiding in plain sight, just a plane ride away. But all of them will blow your mind. Stick around for number 1, because it's closer than you think, and it might just change the way you see Earth forever. Scene 2, Sotra Island, Yemen. Tucked away in the Arabian Sea, far from tourist trails and mainstream travel guides, lies a place so strange, so unique, that scientists and explorers often call it the most alien-looking island on Earth. Welcome to Socotra. This island isn't like anything you've ever seen. Picture this, towering umbrella-shaped trees with thick trunks that look like they're upside down. A landscape dotted with bulbous plants, twisting succulents and flowers that bloom with surreal colors. Birds that don't live anywhere else on the planet. Insects that evolved in isolation for millions of years. It's not just a place, it's a time capsule from another world. The star of this alien show, the dragon's blood tree, its crown spreads like a green mushroom cloud, and when cut, its thick sap runs red, like blood. Ancient legends say it's the blood of dragons spilled in battle, but to scientists, it's a sign of evolution untouched by modern life. Over 1/3 of Socotra's plant life is found nowhere else on Earth. Let that sink in. Not in the Amazon, not in Madagascar, only here. And when the island's winds sweep across its cliffs and sand dunes, they carry a sound, almost like a whisper. Locals say it's the island speaking. For centuries, Socotra was cut off from the world, a mysterious land, whispered about by sailors and explorers. Even today, reaching the island is no easy feat. There are no big hotels, no commercial tours, just untouched beauty and silence. Walk across Socotra, and you'll feel something strange, like you've left Earth behind and stepped into a storybook from a distant galaxy, a planet within a planet. This is Socotra, and it's only just the beginning of our journey. Scene 3, Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. Far beneath the surface of the Earth, where the ground is not only cracked but boils with life, lies one of the most hostile and beautiful places on Earth. Welcome to the Danakil Depression, where the Earth's crust is thin and the heat is so intense it feels as if the planet itself is alive, breathing, and on fire. Stretching across the border of Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti, this region is so extreme, so alien in appearance, it often looks like something out of a science fiction movie. But here, reality is even stranger than fiction. Imagine a desert landscape dotted with sulfur springs that burn your eyes with their toxic yellow steam. Pools of lime green and bright orange water bubble and churn like molten lava. Mountains rise from the ground as if the planet is crumbling, opening its cracks to reveal the Earth's inner secrets. The Danakil Depression is one of the hottest places on Earth, where temperatures regularly exceed 50 degrees Celsius and the air feels like a furnace. But there's more to this otherworldly place than just heat. As you walk across the terrain, you'll find yourself stepping on salt flats, the remnants of ancient lakes long gone. The ground beneath you seems to shimmer and ripple with color, like an artist's palette of minerals spilling across the earth. And amidst all this, the Afari people call this place home. In an environment that pushes the limits of survival, these hardy nomads thrive. They've lived here for centuries, adapting to the extreme heat, and even harvesting salt from the earth in a way that's been passed down for generations. The Danakil Depression isn't just a destination. It's a reminder of how alive and ever-changing our planet truly is. From volcanic activity beneath the surface to the brilliant colors of sulfur and minerals, the Danakil is a place where Earth's raw energy pulses through the land. It's harsh, it's unforgiving, and it's as close as we can get to walking on another planet. Scene 4, Lake Natron, Tanzania. Imagine a lake so deadly that it turns everything around it to stone. Welcome to Lake Natron, one of the most surreal and haunting places on Earth. Located in northern Tanzania near the border with Kenya, this lake is both beautiful and terrifying. The water here is an unnatural shade of deep red, like something you'd expect to see in a dream, or a nightmare. The color is caused by the high concentration of salt and alkaline minerals, which make the water caustic and toxic, a dangerous environment for most life forms. But despite the lake's lethal nature, life persists here, in a strange, eerie way. When birds or animals wander too close, the high alkalinity of the water starts to crystallize their bodies, preserving them in a state of eerie preservation. These frozen animals, birds, bats, even fish, become stone-like statues, trapped forever in a ghostly embrace of nature's wrath. It's as if Lake Natron is both life and death, in a constant dance with time. The lake's surrounding landscape is no less strange. Jagged volcanic mountains rise dramatically on the horizon, casting long shadows over the still waters. Flamingos, surprisingly, thrive here, using the lake as a breeding ground. The high salt content of the water doesn't bother them, but the heat and the chemical properties of the lake make the area inhospitable to most other species. This is a place of extremes, both beautiful and deadly. The lake's red waters, reflecting the sun's scorching heat, create an almost surreal landscape, a world of life suspended in a toxic reality. And yet, despite all the dangers, there's a strange kind of peace here. It's a reminder of how Earth's most alien places are often those we don't fully understand. Imagine a giant circular hole so deep it seems to disappear into the abyss. Welcome to the Great Blue Hole, one of the world's most famous underwater wonders. Situated off the coast of Belize, this 1,000-foot wide and 407-foot deep sinkhole is not just a geographical marvel, it's a gateway to another world. Formed over thousands of years, the Great Blue Hole is part of a vast system of limestone caves that collapsed long ago, leaving behind this mesmerizing natural phenomenon. From the air it looks like a perfect dark blue circle, a mysterious eye staring into the ocean. But below the surface the hole is a diver's dream. The water here is a deep, rich blue, unlike any you've seen before. And as you descend into its depths, the temperature drops, and the world changes. At the bottom of the hole, the walls are lined with stalactites and stalagmites, remnants of the cave that once existed here. It's a surreal world where time seems to stand still, and the only movement comes from the graceful passing of marine life. Divers come from all corners of the globe to experience the thrill of the blue hole, surrounded by a stunning reef system teeming with vibrant marine life, including nurse sharks, giant groupers, and schools of colorful fish. But there's more to the Great Blue Hole than just its beauty. It's a living fossil, a geological record of Earth's ancient history. Within the depths of the hole, scientists have uncovered evidence of prehistoric life, as well as clues to the Earth's past climate and ecosystems. And though the Great Blue Hole is a symbol of wonder and adventure for divers and travelers alike, it's also a place that commands respect. The powerful currents and unpredictable depths make it a dangerous dive, and only the most experienced explorers venture into its depths. It's a reminder that the Earth's most breathtaking places can also be the most perilous. The Great Blue Hole isn't just a hole in the ocean, it's a gateway to the unknown, a place where the Earth's secrets are waiting to be discovered. Standing like a forgotten giant from another era, is Mount Rorama, the inspiration for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel The Lost World. It's not just a mountain, it's a living time capsule, a place where the Earth's ancient secrets are locked away in mist and stone. Located on the border of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, Mount Rorama is one of the oldest geological formations on Earth, dating back over 2 billion years. The towering cliffs rise from the surrounding rainforest like a fortress, their flat tops shrouded in clouds. To those who venture close, it's clear that this is no ordinary mountain. Mount Rorama is a tepui, a type of tabletop mountain unique to South America. Its flat summit is an ecosystem all its own, isolated from the world below, home to plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. Imagine walking on a prehistoric landscape where the ground is covered with bizarre plants that look like they've come from the distant past. Giant ferns, strange mosses, and rare flowers thrive here in the cold, misty environment. On the summit, the air is thin, the weather unpredictable, and the views are nothing short of breathtaking. The edges of the tepui drop off dramatically, creating cliffs that seem to go on forever, plunging into the vast expanse of jungle below. The landscape is alien, with strange rock formations and giant waterfalls cascading over the edge of the mountain like liquid silk. It's as if you've stepped into a place lost in time, untouched by human hands for millennia. In the clouds above you can sometimes spot the Rorama's famous cloud forests, which seem to appear and disappear at will, as if this mountain is holding its own secrets in the mist. The journey to the top is one of the most challenging treks in the world. Adventurers must cross rivers, navigate dense forests, and ascend steep cliffs. But for those who make it, the rewards are immense. Standing atop Mount Rorama, you'll feel as though you've reached the edge of the world, looking out over an untouched land that has been around since the time of the dinosaurs. Have you ever imagined a place so salty that nothing can live in it? Welcome to the Dead Sea, one of Earth's most extreme natural wonders. Stretching across the borders of Jordan and Israel, the Dead Sea is the lowest point on the planet, sitting at more than 1,400 feet below sea level. But it's not just its depth that makes this place so unique. The water here is so salty, nearly 10 times saltier than the ocean, that no life can survive within it. The extreme salinity means that the Dead Sea's waters are incredibly dense. Instead of sinking like you would in other bodies of water, you float effortlessly on the surface as if the sea is holding you up. It's a surreal experience, a gravity-defying sensation that feels almost unnatural. But the Dead Sea isn't just famous for its floating phenomenon. The mineral-rich mud found along its shores has been prized for thousands of years for its healing properties. People from around the world flock here to soak in the mineral baths and use the mud for therapeutic treatments. The salt crusts along the shoreline shimmer in the sunlight, creating a white, almost otherworldly landscape. And while the Dead Sea's waters may not sustain life, its harsh beauty is a reminder of nature's incredible power to create environments that are both harsh and life-sustaining in their own way. The surrounding desert landscape only adds to the mystical aura of the Dead Sea. The rocky cliffs rise above, giving the entire area a timeless, ancient feel. Throughout history, the Dead Sea has been a place of spiritual significance, mentioned in sacred texts and ancient writings. It's a place where people have come to meditate, to find healing, and to experience something truly extraordinary. Today, the Dead Sea continues to attract millions of visitors each year, all seeking its legendary healing waters and its sense of peace and serenity. It's a place where life doesn't exist in the traditional sense, but where the soul feels more alive than ever. The Dead Sea, a land of extremes where nature's paradoxes remind us of the beauty and mystery of Earth's most enigmatic places. A paradise on the edge of oblivion. Welcome to Tuvalu, one of the smallest and most isolated nations on Earth. A group of islands in the Pacific Ocean that are slowly sinking beneath the waves. With an area of just 10 square miles, Tuvalu is one of the most vulnerable places on the planet to climate change. Rising sea levels threaten to submerge this paradise, and the country could disappear entirely within a few decades. Yet despite the looming threat, Tuvalu's beauty remains undeniable. The islands are surrounded by turquoise lagoons, pristine coral reefs, and powder-white sand beaches. It's a place where the rhythm of life moves in harmony with the ocean. The people of Tuvalu have lived here for centuries, developing a rich culture deeply connected to the land and sea. The island's remote location has preserved a traditional way of life that many parts of the world have long forgotten. In Tuvalu, the community is everything. People share their homes, their food, and their stories passed down through generations. The spirit of whakaapapa, respect, is at the heart of daily life. But the oceans are encroaching. Tuvalu's islands are sinking, and salt water is seeping into the land, damaging crops and freshwater supplies. The government is already planning for the possibility of relocation, an unimaginable prospect for a nation whose identity is so intertwined with its land and culture. Tuvalu's plight is not just a local issue, it's a global one. The island nation serves as a warning sign, a glimpse into the future of many low-lying islands around the world. As the planet warms, other nations may face the same fate, a reality that can't be ignored. Tuvalu's people continue to fight for their survival, striving to raise awareness about the climate crisis and its impact on their homeland. Their struggle is a reminder that the fight for the planet's future is urgent, and the time to act is now. Tuvalu may be small, but its message is loud and clear. We must protect the oceans, the land, and the cultures that depend on them, or risk losing them forever. Deep in the Indian Ocean lies a world like no other, a place where evolution took its own path, where nature wrote its own rules. Welcome to Madagascar's forests. Often called the eighth continent, Madagascar is home to an astonishing 90% of wildlife found nowhere else on Earth. This island is a living laboratory of evolution, a time capsule of species, ecosystems, and mysteries lost to the rest of the world. Its rainforests echo with the haunting calls of lemurs, the rustle of chameleons shifting color through the trees, and the quiet flutter of butterflies with wings more intricate than stained glass. Here you'll find the Avenue of the Baobabs, ancient trees that look like they were plucked from a fantasy novel. Some are over 1,000 years old, silent witnesses to a changing world. But Madagascar's story is not one of wonder alone. Its rainforests, once thick and endless, are vanishing at an alarming rate. Deforestation, driven by slash-and-burn agriculture, illegal logging, and charcoal production, is erasing habitats faster than they can be protected. With every acre lost, we risk losing species that may never be discovered, medicines that may never be made, and cultures that may never be understood. Conservationists, local communities, and global scientists are racing against time to preserve what's left. The battle to save Madagascar's forests is not just about one island. It's about protecting Earth's biodiversity, safeguarding the legacy of millions of years of evolution. Madagascar is more than a travel destination. It's a reminder that what is rare must be protected, and that some places, once lost, can never be brought back. The forests of Madagascar, a final frontier of nature's brilliance, and a silent cry for help from the heart of the wild. You've just traveled across oceans, climbed mountains, wandered forests, and stood on lands that may not exist tomorrow. From the melting glaciers of Montana, to the sinking sands of Tuvalu, to the ancient forests of Madagascar, every place you've seen tells a story of beauty, of wonder, and of loss. But these aren't just stories, they're warnings. Because when nature disappears, so do cultures, species, memories, dreams. We are the first generation to truly understand the scale of what we're losing, and we might be the last that can still do something about it. So what can you do? Share this video. Let others feel what you felt. Subscribe for more powerful journeys like this one, because the more people that see these places, the harder they become to ignore. And maybe, just maybe, together, we can help protect the wonders that still remain. This was Explore with Journey Junction. Thank you for traveling with us. Until next time, stay curious, stay wild, and never stop exploring.